Good evening and assalamu alaikum. Another weekend of Friday night sport with myself, Dhakir Dawood, and the rest of the team here behind the scenes making things happen, bringing you quality content every single week. Well, a Friday night, a beautiful one indeed. There's sport all around. Banyana currently playing. We've got the Springboks playing tomorrow. I mean, come on. Where are you going to find a happier country than this? Well, engage with us, interact with us, hit us up on the socials. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Interact with us if you want to chat to us. Drop a comment in the comment section below, or you can call our studio line on 01088802396. Send us a WhatsApp if you like, 061 7660355. Engage, interact. Let's hear what you have to say. We're going to be chatting all things rugby in the first segment. We're joined by the Sevens legend, stalwart, superstar, Mr. Mac Masina joining us to chat all things Sevens World Cup. A week away, the Rugby World Cup will be taking place in Cape Town. What can we expect? Mac Masina, thanks for joining me on the show this evening. Always a pleasure having you. Sevens World Cup just a week away. What can we expect, Mac?
Yeah, look, we all know that. Well, first of all, just thank you very much for inviting me again, just to have a chat with you. And in all fairness, we all know that the World Cup sevens is probably one of the biggest event, obviously, in the country after the 15-man World Cup. I mean, that's a big party. First of all, that we are going to be expecting in Cape Town. There's a lot of international tourists that will be really just coming in and making sure that they follow their teams and all that stuff. And then, of course, I mean, if you look at the weather, I understand that the weather will be great as well. So, and with all the teams that have geared up, making sure that, they want to take this one, especially the South African team.
No, definitely, Mac. And I mean, they just fell short narrowly in the Los Angeles Sevens, the last leg. And I think they'd wanna make amends with this tournament. Mac, from your experience, sevens, 15s, what's the difference besides the numbers on the field?
Look, I think there's a whole lot of way of difference, just on the way how you want to really just approach the sevens and all that stuff. I think first thing is first, your fitness level, it needs to be probably 10 times than a man who's playing 15s. That's one. And then secondly, you'll always need people that are very pacey with the sevens and people that can step, people that can really just beat one on one. And then thirdly, it's just one of those as well that you need to acquire the technique of looking after the ball. One man, like for instance, you'll see on the sevens, there's only one player that needs to clean, and anyone else can be a scrummy. So you basically looking at the skill level that is so high to such an extent that as a sevens player, you need to be able to run fast to beat a man, to be able to make one-on-one tackles. To be able to throw long passes, to be able to receive those passes, to be able to go a little bit longer as well with your gearbox needs to be way more fitter than the actually the normal rugby player who's playing 15s. And probably one of the key aspect, it's someone else who is keen to play. I mean, if you're looking at all the sevens players, once they get the ball, they're looking to play, they're looking to beat the player purely because they've got more space just to play with.
Interesting take there, Mac. Interesting take. Looking for space to play ball with. And I mean, that's rugby for you. No space. Hey, it's a tricky one. It gets tricky. But Mac, looking at this World Cup coming to Cape Town, what does this mean to South African rugby as a whole? I mean, it's massive having a World Cup here. The last time we had a form of rugby World Cup here was the 1995.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that we're very good host here in South Africa. Let's just start there. We've hosted quite a few tournaments. That's cricket, that's rugby, and then of course, now it's the sevens. We've hosted many tournaments. I mean, there's women's netball that is coming again here in South Africa. Again, so those are the things that we're really just looking forward to just to host. And there's soccer that we've hosted in this country. So we've been there, done that. I mean, this is just one of those events that we'll need to probably choose to tick in our schedule. And how better place it will be to be held right in Cape Town, where we all know that it's more now regarded as the seventh place if you talk about the sevens in this country.
No, definitely. All the team always storming to Cape Town. There's the Cape Town Sevens in December as well, this on the leg. And then we've got the World Cup that's going to be coming up now. It's going to be quite interesting to see how this one fares up. Mac, your take on South Africa after the World Cup, I mean, after the Seven Series. And now they've got the World Cup this weekend.
Yeah, look, It is. I mean, definitely. Just good to see as well. There's a couple of players that are back in action, and you know what? It's probably just one of the things that not too many people have really just been expected, to happen. But it's good to see, the all horses just to come in as well because they had quite a few injuries. So I see now the coaches have brought in some few players, and just one that really just is so evident is Cecil Africa, and then of course, I mean he's a world champion. I mean for me he's done very well in the sevens, and not quite sure about his fitness level, but I know they were not going to be bringing him in this tournament in the tough tournament if his fitness level or if his conditioning was not that great. I think that will give them a huge boost in terms of experience because if you're looking at the squad, I mean, there's quite a few young players that are there with the likes of Ronald Brown as well. I mean, he's only played, 8 tournaments. And of course, with Angelo Davis, he's got 9 tournaments. Selwyn Davis, well, he's only got about 27 tournaments. So, I mean, these are the players that have been there, but, they'll need that guidance of the likes of Cecil Africa, who's been in this seven circuit, for the past 10 years.
Definitely. And I mean, you speak about the circuit, and it's week in and week out, 3-day tournaments. But now you've got the Sevens World Cup, which is also 3 days. Mac, what's the difference between the World Cup and the series?
Yeah, look, the World Cup is just a once-off. You get knocked out, then you're done. You're not going to be having any other chance. And of course, the prize is bigger. The series is quite different. You can win the series this week, and then next week when you move to another country, you can lose. So it's all about point system, and you will play about, I should say, maybe like 10 series, and you collect point in those series in order for you just to win. So it's just one of those things that if you can play in the series, you can do bad in this series, but in the next series you can do well, and you might
Mm,
end up picking up a lot of points and ending up really winning. But this one is just a once-off. You snooze, you lose here. You get knocked out onto the semis, and then that's it. Nothing else that will be happening for you. So the next time that you'll be competing into the World Cup, it will be the next World Cup, which will be a couple of years from now.
mm. And do you think the coaches take a different approach to the World Cup? I mean, what do you think is going through their heads preparing for a World Cup compared to just the average seven series weekend?
I don't think so. I don't think that there's any other coaches that will be taking things in a totally different way. I think it's all about the coaches that needs to go through their processes, and then obviously maximizing what they do know and fixing whatever that they can. And then of course, that's why you'll see not too many different teams that will be going to the World Cup. It's exactly the same players that you'll see, apart from a couple of injuries that same old players, and then even the strategy maybe it might change a bit, it might tweak, but it's the same old thing where the coaches will be looking to maximize and do well and cut their mistakes and score tries and stick to their processes in order for them just to win the games.
No, definitely want to look interest. That's going to be interesting and want to look forward to. I mean, yo, for you at home, listeners and viewers at home, don't forget to pop a comment in the comment section below and tell us who you're going to be supporting at the Cape Town Sevens. Mac Masina, over to you. Who are you going to be supporting at the Cape Town Sevens?
Well, I'm definitely going to be supporting my boys. There's the Blesbokke.
Are you
I
going to be
think they've
there?
got a chance. Well, I'm just trying to organize. Funny enough, I had a chat with my other friend yesterday to try and see if we can get there. And look, it's going to be a big party. I'll tell you now. I would love to be there, but if I can't make it, I'll definitely going to be glued up into the TV and making sure that I watch all the games, especially, the matchups that I would have loved to see. Maybe us playing against the All Black Sevens team or the Fiji or even England and all those guys on
Mm.
Samoan team. So that would be a great matchup just to see, especially in this tournament, because I tell you what, in this tournament, anyone can actually win it.
Well, do you heard it from the expert himself, Mac Masina. Anybody can win it. Who's your money on? Or if you're not
My
betting,
money on
we'll have to wait
definitely
and
it's
see.
it's 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 going to be with the box, Springbok sevens, but I'm just a little bit worried because I think they will be going into this game very desperately. So we all know that Neil Powell will be leaving them, so that could be in his last tournament because now he's gone to the 15 man, obviously being director of coaching there by the Sharks, and then of course, I mean, if you're looking at the young team that is playing. They mustn't be too emotional about anything else. They just need to go through their processes and all that stuff. And I'm just a little bit worried because sometimes, if it's the last, tournament for the coach and it's the last, perhaps maybe, Cecil Africa will be retiring last time he's not going to be coming back. Players and the squad tend to be very emotional about it. If they can take out the emotion out of this, I think we should be okay. Trying to compete for the final, at least being playing in the final, at least.
No, definitely. No two ways about it. No excuses. We have to compete for the final spot. Mac Masina, thanks so much for your time this evening, and we look forward to chatting all things rugby with you real soon. Hope you have a great week further and an even better weekend. But before I do let you go, head on a block. The Springboks take on Australia tomorrow. Give us that final score
Yeah,
prediction, Mr.
well,
Masina.
it's look. It's going to be difficult. I know a lot of people will think that probably the Box will probably just walk over the Australian team. Look, they're playing against a very smart team. Perhaps maybe not the strongest team, not the biggest team, but a very very smart team where they take their box approach. You saw what happened last week. They basically outsmarted us, and then we ended up looking like as if we don't know anything. But I'll tell you what, a wounded Springbok is a team that will really go out there and throw everything at them. And then, of course, with a couple of changes that coaches have made, I think it's good because we need to see, how the Springbok team can actually function without Lucanio, M. You know what I mean? Just to name the few, and because it's a squad thing. So let's have a look at the other players, what they can do. But then again, if you ask me whether I will be worried even if we lose, no, I don't think so. Because I tell you what, for me, it's better now just to lose now and really fix your mistake. By the time it's next year World Cup, you know what to do against these teams, and then so that you can win against them.
Yo, interesting one there, Mac. Interesting one there. We're looking forward to getting more expert analysis from you in the near future, Mac. But for now, that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for joining me on Salam Media, and we're definitely looking forward to chatting to you real soon, man.
Thank you,
Hopefully
brother.
next week you can wrap up the away leg of the rugby championship, and let's see how South Africa come back home after the tour of Australasia.
Thank you, brother. Definitely. Then we'll do that next week.
Always a pleasure. That was Springbok legend, stalwart, Mr. Mac Masina, giving us a bit of a breakdown of what we can expect at the Sevens World Cup next year or next week. I beg your pardon. Interesting times. The Sevens World Cup comes to Cape Town. It's going to be a party. South Africa, get down there. There is still tickets available, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you get your hands on those tickets before it's too late. You don't want to live with regret. Well, we're going to take a quick ad break. When we do come back, we're going to be chatting to Solly's Sports Shop. Suleiman Mangera